Beatrice Nilo with the Town Criers News Association, back again with another member of the Turtle Club. And tonight we are so graced as to have Nom Nom. I believe that is what the group calls you, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome. Glad to have her. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right, now we just want to get to know you a little bit. You had been gone for quite a while. Is that true?
That is very true.
Okay.
I went off to look for a friend.
Allie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't find her. And she ended up, well, actually, yeah, I didn't find her at all. But I ran into another farm, another group, that I decided to stay and rest from my long journey.
Mm-hmm.
And where I was staying, the innkeeper had twin daughters, and who both took a liking to me. Unfortunately, well, they were both very nice. I did become enraptured by the eldest, Lorna. I considered a relationship carefully, but in the end, we both decided to see other people.
Can we talk about that for just a moment?
Oh, definitely.
Now, obviously, you hadn't been with this group for very long, but what made you think about maybe settling down outside of the group in so quick a time? Because you'd only been gone a couple of days.
Well, I was aching for love, but I didn't truly want to get involved with twins because they're identical, and if I got to kissing one, it may have been the wrong one, and I didn't want to get mixed up in a love triangle.
I will be honest with you. Our sources have confirmed that may have been the case. And if we could just cut for just a second, we do have some footage with their father. So we'll just give that a second to play.
Don't you talk to me about that piece of shit, squirty little gnome bastard. I offered him a place to stay at my place, 'cause I generally tend to be a nice guy. But then he goes messing with my daughters, hurt their feelings, everything. If I get my hands on him, I'm gonna tear off his head, shit down his neck, then I'm gonna pound him into the ground like a tent stake.
Well, most of the rest of that interview could not be shown as, well, let's just say he's not your biggest fan. And some of it was not quite fit for air. But that's all right. We're going to keep on going. We're excited to hear more about your ventures and also to maybe learn some other things about you. So what else happened on that trip, Nom Nom?
Well, I traveled for another 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
and came up on a temple. The acolytes were interesting and devoted to their god.
Mm-hmm.
They made it pretty clear that they wanted me, but I told them I couldn't stay, as I was on a mission to find Allie. So we ended up breaking bread that night, and I left at first light. It was after this experience that I was considered that Allie had already returned. So making up my mind, I decided to return. And I figured worst came to worst, I could always take another path and try again.
Very true. And quite the attitude to have about it, that you could keep going and try again. It's very true. Very good advice for those of you at home. And just to finish up our conversation about your journey, we did send more field reporters out to the location. Obviously, with what happened between you and we've confirmed them to be cultists now, a part of the Silver Dagger cult. They followed Triskine, was the god that they proclaimed. And I understood based on as I said, we have a little bit of a report here, that they may or may not have tried to sacrifice you at the time. How did you get away from that?
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting this to come about again. But I had used the javelin to literally, like, to be able to throw myself over their gate,
Oh, I see.
so I could run.
Okay.
Granted, I'm not very fast, but I figured that was the best way to get away.
I see. I see. And I assume that they had caught up to you, and that's why the later devastation of the group had happened.
Correct.
And it says here that there were some remnants of a meal left over. So, hey, I'm all with you. I don't believe in wasting food myself.
No.
So, all right. Well, we've gotten to know at least what happened, and I appreciate you bearing with us on that. We do appreciate your candor. It means a lot to us. Let's move into something a little more fun, okay? We're going to talk about what has brought you to this group and into this whole crazy adventure. Should we start with a fun question, or would you rather have a more
Go with
background? Okay. A ghost appears in front of you. What do you do?
fun. I turn around and run the other way. Scared of ghosts.
All right. It's a fair answer. I absolutely am with you. Ghosts are not my friend either. All right. So, speaking though of ghosts, obviously to some degree we all have some in our background. You are the last of your tribe of barbarians. Were they all barbarians or was it just you?
That was most of us.
I see. All right. Is there a particular reason that barbarian was the most common class type in your group?
The thrill of the fight.
Well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Did you have anyone in particular you were close to growing up?
Yeah, my grandmother.
Why were you close to her so specifically?
She was like a mother to me.
That's sweet.
If I needed somebody to talk to, she was there. Always full of free advice.
As all the best grandmothers are.
Whether it was warranted or not.
I hear that. Oh, that was so sweet. Since we're on that same track, I'm going to ask you to describe your happy place.
Me inside a brothel.
An interesting choice, to be sure. And while we're on interesting choices, I suppose, what's the best gift you've ever received?
My battle axe.
Oh, could you describe it for the viewers?
Yeah, it's a black handle, about a foot and a half, steel axe. It's got a snake insignia on the handle.
Sounds like quite the weapon.
It is. It's my favorite.
Who gave it to you? Or did you win it in a battle?
I won it in a battle of another barbarian gnome that was not in my clan.
Oh, well, we'll have to touch base on that story next time when I can get some good people on the ground to go do some checking. I love that. It was great. Okay. Well, okay, speaking of, other groups you've traveled with and other adventures you've had, have you ever been tricked into doing something?
Oh yeah, I was tricked into fighting a beast that I couldn't win.
Oh, just out in like the open, or was this in like an arena or
It
something?
was in the arena. Um, so No, I couldn't win. I looked at one. I went to reach up. I pulled them down, and I flipped myself back up and got out.
You just pulled someone out of the stands and just left him there?
Yep.
Well, I mean, if you reach down in there, I guess that's really the only thing you could do. My goodness. Well, this has become a better interview than I thought it was going to be. Oh, let's drag it down another notch. Would you move to a new country for someone you love?
No. No. Me, I mean, yeah, I have no family left. I'm the last of my kind. Or the last of my tribe, excuse me, sorry. But no. That's why I truly didn't get involved into love on my path. I'm more about the fight. Friends come first before love.
Well said. Well put. Well, we want to thank you again for taking this time to sit down with us, and we look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Thank you very much for having me. I enjoyed it.
All right. See us next time. Who knows who we'll get to interview next? Thank you, everyone.
Cocksucker, motherfucker, asshole, piece of shit, son of a bitch, dog fucker.